Ohio's record-breaking tornado season last year left behind more than just damage. It came with a massive price tag.
And as spring sets in, 3 News explores the lasting effects of severe weather. It's the kind of impact that remains long after the cleanup.
Peter Fleischer dives into insurance increases and surging costs that could become the new normal.
Paul Posen will never forget tracking the tornado that tore through his Westlake neighborhood last August.
I did go on my phone and I jumped on Channel 3, it was Channel 3, and I saw there was kind of like a play-by-play where it was, and it was pretty close to on us.
Stuck at work, he urged his wife to grab their kids and take cover.
I said, yep, you probably should get in the utility closet with my 8-year-old, 6-year-old, and at that time, 1-year-old.
When he finally made it home, he couldn't believe the damage.
A lot of trees all over the place. There was 1 or 2 power lines. Wow, it was really bad.
Ohio's 2024 tornado season was one for the record books. 72 twisters, 12 more than the previous high, and 3 times more than the yearly average. And Northeast Ohio took a direct hit. Every county in the area saw at least one.
It was mass chaos with damage everywhere. Is sort of the best way to put it.
According to the National Weather Service, an EF1 hit Avon Lake with wind speeds up to 110 miles per hour. It was one of the worst storms Fire Chief Jeremy Betsa has ever seen.
The damage done to our community as well as surrounding communities during that was probably the worst weather incident that I've seen in my time here.
When storms hit, first responders are the lifeline, clearing roads and rescuing families. But last year's stretch of severe weather also came at a cost, with taxpayers footing the bill. 3 News Investigates pulled payroll records from fire departments across Northeast Ohio: Cleveland, Avon Lake, Lakewood, Rocky River, and more. In the days after big storms, overtime costs surged. In Avon Lake, overtime costs spiked 30% the week of the storm compared to an average pay period. But budget concerns will never dictate emergency action.
There's zero thought about what it's going to cost, when those incidents are occurring. If our residents are in need, money is not even thought about.
The National Centers for Environmental Information put last year's destruction and cost into perspective. By their count, Ohio reported $8 billion storms in 2024. That's the most ever since the agency started collecting data in 1980.
From property damage to overtime to insurance claims, the price tag for Ohio taxpayers in the billions. These storms are doing damage to buildings, roadways, and homeowners' wallets. Insurance comparison service Insurify claims Ohio has seen the 6th largest jump in rates across the last 3 years, in large part due to severe weather. If weather trends are any indication, 2024 could be closer to the norm than the outlier for warmer Ohio months.
My 8-year-old said, "What did you do last time?" And my wife said, "There wasn't a last time. I've never had to do this before." It does seem like the storms are stronger.
And when they strike, first responders will be ready.
We do this as our job to help the people. The firefighting and the paramedic skills, that is to help people at the end of the day.
No matter what weather rolls their way. Peter Fleischer, 3 News.
And 3 News reached out to the Department of Insurance for Ohio for more information on how severe weather is impacting insurance prices and coverage, but they declined our interview.